Hey guys, I'm Max92 and welcome back to another wrap-up. Today's wrap-up is on Year Walk. This is another one of those ones that's kind of been a long time coming, just like Close Your Eyes was. Because, again, I think the Year Walk Let's Play started before the Close Your Eyes Let's Play. That first episode, back in the olden days. The Year Walk episode 1 was before that. And then, I believe, my initial attempt, I'll talk about it in another section, but just go watch the Let's Play, because I don't think it's been watched that much first, because this is sort of a capping off to that. But again, long time coming, and we're finally here, wrapping it up. It's over, I did it, finally. This game was the 4th Let's Play series I started on the channel, but I seemingly got too distracted by other shows to play it again back then. After my hiatus, I did record more of it, but for whatever reason, never got around to editing an episode out of it until recently, when I actually finally finished the series not that long ago. It took me over 6 years across 3 different computers and having to start over twice, but I eventually did it. Over all that time, I had the soundtrack on my phone, and I listened to it throughout high school to where somehow, despite not really playing the game that much, the music is kind of nostalgic to me. The music really works with the atmosphere of the game and is often used as a way to indicate something to the player, like the emotional center of the scene, where things you need are, and even how certain puzzles work. The art gives this game the feeling of a folk story, as if this was something passed down for generations to where it found its way into a picture book. The game almost feels timeless to an extent, which is emphasized by its visual presentation being as though shot through an old camera. It's funny that such a short game took me so long to actually finish. I originally got this game around when it came out, and I've just had it for all these years and just never I totally finished it. Now that I have actually played the whole thing, it's really like a very thought-provoking experience. It sort of discusses like folk tales and religion and just the universe and how all these things work together in human experience, how they interconnect, how religion and folk tales have been used by people to explain parts of the universe that aren't understandable. I think that's sort of what this game is talking about in a sense, with its whole, both parts of it, both the initial playthrough and the true ending playthrough. The first playthrough is a great experience on its own. The game could almost just be that and still feel complete. As I've mentioned already, the art is great, the sound design is great, it really feels like an actual folk tale. While I did get lost on my original playthroughs here and there, for the most part what to do was self-explanatory and intuitive. That could just be the game. However, once you've year walked once, you get a piece of information that lets you become an investigator, in a sense, and turns the experience on its head a little bit. You unlock the journal, and you get a whole new experience, which I don't want to spoil, but it's very fun to search the entries for pieces of information to get the true ending. So after I finished my playthrough I did for the Let's Play, I did another playthrough using a guide so that I could just cap off and get the rest of the achievements, because pretty much all of them were tied to playing the game a certain way, or there were a couple that were basically references to other games or stuff like that. So I used a guide to get the rest of those, and it really doesn't take that long to even 100% the game. You could probably, I think, 100% the game in a single playthrough if you were using a guide. But I do recommend that you probably just play the game once on your own, because it's not a long experience and it's not too difficult to sort of figure it out, especially with the game's hint system that it has, that I did use in parts of my original playthrough. In the final episode, or the 3rd episode, which was on the last actual playthrough I did, I got the achievement for beating the game without hints, because on that specific 3rd attempt to finish the game, I did. But in, like, I believe the 2nd episode, I do use hints a handful of times that you can watch and see that. So the hints, they basically it's a built-in walkthrough to an extent. So you could just use that, and it's a fun time. And I bet it would even be more fun if you sat around with a couple friends to have this as like a communal experience. Maybe did it on a live stream or something. I bet that would be fun to do if you've not played it before. Overall, I just definitely recommend Yearwalk. It's a great experience, and I don't think it's underrated. I just think it's been maybe forgotten a little bit since like 2012, 2013 when it originally came out. I think it was 2013 when it originally came out. So maybe revisit it. It's a good time if you have it and you haven't played it, or it's been a long time. Do that. Might be fun to do. So that's a video. That's a wrap up. If you go in the description, you can find links to all my places: Twitter, Bandcamp, the subreddit, the Discord server. Down in the description. Click the links, follow them, or whatever. Hit the subscribe button, or hit the like button if you liked the video, the dislike button if you didn't like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you want to keep with this, other shows. There's, like 3 wrap-ups in production right now. 3 games I've finished that need to be scripted and recorded. So those should be coming in the coming weeks at some point, eventually, as I get those done. So here's this show, and I do 2 weekly shows, so watch those as well. Leave a comment. Have you played Yearwalk? Did you watch a Let's Play back in the day? Like, what do you think about this whole thing? Leave a comment. Watch my Let's Play. Have you watched that? Leave a comment. Share the video if you have friends who want to remember Yearwalk. I don't know. Do the things. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.
Oh, the joy, I can see the light. Oh, the joy, I can see the light. Lo, a burning torch appears in the distance, bright and clear. Oh, the joy, I can see the light. Oh, the joy, I will see.